Welcome. Welcome back to day 11 of this live stream. Over the next 100 days, I'm going to be, shall I say, we're going to be live streaming. We're on day 11, and this has become real motion, real time, us building a native AI company live with a digital workforce of 60 plus AI agents. And 11 days ago, this was just an idea, a vision, a blank canvas. But today, we are beginning to see the vision come to life. We've built AI agents, we've built systems, we've started to create mission control, we've developed a business playbook, we've introduced an AI COO, and every single stream, we're getting one step closer to building what I believe will be the next generation of business. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is John, and every day I'm building an AI native company live on stream. No smoke, no mirrors, no pretending, everything, right? Just live. You will see the ideas, the experiments, the wins, our challenges as they happen, because I want this stream to become the real blueprint for anyone who wants to build a AI powered native business. One of the biggest misconceptions about artificial intelligence is that it's all about replacing people. And I don't believe that's the real opportunity. The real opportunity is redesigning how the work is and gets done. Over the last 100 years, businesses have been built around people performing repetitive tasks and processes such as marketing, sales, administration, reporting, research, customer support. Today, for the first time, many of those repetitive tasks are handled by specialized AI agents, not to remove human beings out of the equation, but to allow human beings to focus on equivalently the more important tasks like building relationships, making strategic decisions, creating new ideas, leading teams, solving complex problems. That's where the real value is. And every business has a workflow, a customer that makes an inquiry with someone to follow up, or a proposal that gets created, a client signs, or work that gets delivered, or an invoice that gets sent. And the customer support, right, sometimes can take its toll. But most businesses still manage these workflows manually. And we're building the future where intelligent AI agents handle much of the operational aspects of work while people focus on growth. That's why we're not just building chatbots. We're building digital departments, a research department, a marketing department, a sales department, operational departments, all coordinated by a chief operating officer through mission control. Think of it of creating a digital workforce that never sleeps, never forgets, continuously learns how your business operates, right? One thing I've realized over the last 7 days, let me just show you. Over the next 7 days is that AI isn't changing technology, it's changing expectations. Customers expect faster responses. Business expect better insights. Team expect automation, right? Let's go. I love showing my swamp desk of automation. Let me see. Where are we with things? I'm just going to show you our command center. Yes, here it is, right? Entrepreneurs expect to achieve more with smarter teams. This is a digital team working, which those of you haven't seen before, this is our AI swamp of agents working as we speak. Companies that embrace the shift early won't become more efficient, they'll become more competitive, and the opportunity we are experiencing is exploding like never before. Today's session is another step forward towards that vision as we continue building, testing, improving, and asking simple questions. How do we build a business where humans and AI can work together seamlessly? Because I genuinely believe that this is the future of work. Not human beings competing against AI, human beings leading teams of AI specialists. So whether you're here for the first time or you've been here from day one, we've just uncovered some awesome stuff on this stream. Thank you for being part of this journey. And now I want to demonstrate some of this, what we'll be talking. Normally, we vibe code live. But I've been having a difficulty fixing a wall. So we're just working on that. So ideally, we are working together not to just build software, but to create opportunities and explore what a modern company looks like in the age of artificial intelligence. So I get lots of questions about problems what AI can solve in a business. So today is about problems, right? 99 problems. So let's go through them, right? First of all, I want to refresh. This is our agent swamp. Our agents working together in a cohesive fashion. Got a array of agents that we're analyzing and monitoring. This is our COO, what creates and commands the agents at any given time, notify me what's actually happening. This is where the agents are. Sometimes we're setting up, they're gonna have their own feed where they can communicate with each other. So this is the chat feed, which we're optimizing and improving. Also, we have a playbook. We have a playbook where we document the playbook of the industry for a given business. We have mission control, where we set up missions and automations to appear. Let me just go to add a new mission. Right, we've got numerous different ways how we can set up. We can set up agents to trigger agents. Like we build a workflow, the agents start communicating with each other. Just like that, right? And this communication, this routine can run every day, once a week, right? It's all organized. This is what we call the orchestration of layer of AI. Now, we got a performance where we measure what's actually happening in the organization, in the business. We can see anything that's happening. So I want to start with some problems, right? These are common problems that AI agents can solve, and especially when we group them together, how they can solve specific types of problems. So one of the key problems, let me just go back to our agent swamp. I'm going to try and demonstrate to you as I go along. One of the key problems that agents can solve, let's take like the sales, right? Common things that AI agents can solve, right? Sales reps spending too much time researching prospects. Leads that aren't contacted quickly or frequently off. Follow-ups. well, not being inconsistent, cold email, having to rely on rates, sales reps forgetting to follow up, no lead scoring system, poor CRM hygiene, quotes taking too long to prepare, sales managers lacking pipe visibility, sales forecasts which are inaccurate. So this is just in the sales. So let me just run some of our agents to show you, right? Let me just show you some of the agents what can solve some of these problems. So let's go to let me just go to run. I'm gonna go let me see. Let me change this. So this is our sales audit agent, right? Talking about tracking stuff. This is our sales audit agent. So we was talking about tracking sales, seeing before and after, seeing the amount of leads that come in, the amount of appointments, the show up rate, the amount of deals closed, cash collected, the cost per team, the cost per sales, right? This is the agent what tracks all that. And you can see before and after, right? And when we do an audit, it actually summarizes it. Normally we use this agent specifically, especially on when we're speaking to clients, to show them the productivity of using AI before they start and then after they start. And it's just going to run us a diagnostic report based on what the facts and the numbers that we actually put in there. So let's see. So this is one of the stuff that we was talking about, not being on top of our numbers. So while that's happening, let me just go. And we're just in an arena of sales. So here's the executive summary, right? This audit reveals that 100% of profit increase. These are the factors that we're monitoring, especially when we're working with businesses, right? Are driven by systematic improvements across the sales funnel, which we analyze, quadruple the amount of deals that come in. So these are factors: key win, double rate from 40 to 8%, showing indicators of self methodology, right? I'm going to go into that. Better qualification, improving off-market fit, directly contribution towards increasing, right? Sharp rate, right? We're showing how we can improve the sharp rate, analyzing, right, the identification of problems prior to that, the qualification method, right? So this is just one agent what fundamentally tracks that, right? I'm going to go to another sales agent. Let me go to, we're just on the area of sales. Only on the area of sales. Let me go to another agent in the area of sales. So this is a lost revenue calculator in the area of sales. So here, normally, especially when we're speaking to new clients, right, we're trying to ascertain stuff. So here we literally, there could be sometimes we even use this to analyze our own business. But if they're a med spa, we ask them key questions. What's your average customer value, right? If they say £700, I'll just put £700. How many days are they open? 6 days a week. How many missed calls would they have on average during a missed day? So I put 15. What percentage of missed calls would normally be general inquiries? And put 50%. Out of every 10 inquiries, what normally customers do, I'm going to put 30%, right? I'm speeding through this, right? So that means, right, just on missed call revenue, a month, they would lose £40,000 a month, right? A year, that's £491,000, right? So we recommend them an AI agent. So this is just a tool, a sales tool, what we use to analyze the cost of sales, loss of revenue, right? How many new inquiries you get per day? I'm going to put 15, right? How many of those inquiries receive proper up? I'm going to put 4. What percentage of inquiries would become customers? I put 30%, be conservative. That means just a month, they're losing 21K, right? And this is, I always use this to analyze our own external businesses. So we recommend that's 261K a year. So AI lead engagement systems, right? We recommend, right? Lost revenue from not activating customer database. I'll say how many customers that leads to leads. How many, I'll say they have like 1,000 leads in the database, right? How last time that you emailed them? I'll say 3 months. what percentage of the database like to respond? Let's say 10%. Right? How much our percentage would like to be? Let me just say 30% of that, right? So they lose £21,000 a year, right? And this is another agent. This is what we say. We recommend a database reactivation agent, right? Let's look at this. So total, just on those 3 leak factors, right? These agents, what we put, right? They would lose, our company would lose 700K, right? This is just a loss revenue calculator agent, right? And these are the systems that we recommend. So let me just go to another agent. We're just speaking only in the area of sales, right? I just want to show you, just in the area of sales alone, agents what can improve a business's productivity. Right, let's see what else we have. Sales scripts. Let me run the sales scripts. The sales script agent. We've got a few sales agents, right? They all work cohesive together. This is a sales intelligent agent actually, but let me just, I'm going to come here. Let me just go, let me go here, or auto data, right? So again, sales, we've got inbound and outbound sales prospects teams. The AI agent can call leads. Our agent can receive leads coming in, right? This is talking about sales, right? Speed to lead is so important. This is where we handle that, right? Let's look at the sales dashboard core, right? Then we have an AI agent analysis what analyzes the sales core. So let me just let the dashboard load. So that's like another agent just in the areas of sales. It's taking some time to load. So the sales analysis agent analyzes every call, scores every call. Like I said here, our calls keep coming in and being scored. Right before we had to, if we're doing a call campaign with 1,000 leads, it's hard to track what's actually working. Right. So here, right, the sales manager lacks pipeline visibility. We have extreme visibility of what's actually happening. Right. So we can see, we can view the actual conversation. We don't have to go actually to listen in while we've got all the stats of the conversation, right? Another sales agent. Let me go to the sales script. I'm going to look for the sales script agent, right? This is all in the area of sales. Let me just search it because there's so many. Sales script producer, right? I'm going to open a dashboard. This agent helps us write sales scripts, right? Dynamic sales scripts. And we've got all different methods: spin method, NEQP method, Sandler method, transfer. So here we can get solid, right, sales scripts, right? It's a thorough process, right? So this is a sales script agent, and it comes out with the framework. Let me see. Evergreen there. No, let me go back. So that's just in the area of sales. Also generating leads, right? Let me just go back to generating leads. Actually, let me cover that in the next section. Right, this is just in the area of sales. Now, in the area of marketing, right, problem solving in companies in the area of marketing and businesses, right? AI marketing agents can solve, never knowing what content to create. Content creation, running out of content ideas, low engagement on social media, inconsistent posting, poor SEO ranking, no keyword research, low performing ads, weak landing pages, no competitor monitoring, slow campaign reporting. Let's go, right? I'm going to show you marketing agents that you can use. We deploy in small business and their own businesses, right? We cover sales, and let's go to the marketing. Let's go to our YouTube channel agent planner. Right? So we're open here, right? So now we can plan content, right? The visibility is key, right? And long form content wins. So here we've got a long content library. We've got a planner agent. Here we put in our top competitors, right? It brings back all the latest, right? For every single competitor, what's actually happening. It does the research. So we're on the pulse, right? For the top 10 or 20 people in your industry, on the pulse, you know what's happening. So this is the marketing, like research agent, right? Researching the market. Then we have scripts, how we generate scripts, right? Scripts for short form, long form. Let me just go back into to show you a script. This is the marketing agent, right? I'm going to go back here. See how our scripts appear, right? Let's go to the raw script. Ready? These are long form scripts, right? So, and then after, not only that, we have B-roll, right? We can shoot B-roll. Let's go to a B-roll agent for one of our scripts, right? This is, and now, if let me go to this script. Here's B-roll, right? What's useful, and B-roll can be shot on mobile or desktop, right? This is another agent, right? So we have multiple different agents for marketing, right? Posting. Let me go to our YouTube channel pan. So a posting agent. I just want you to get the idea of what's possible. A agents planner. So this is a whole pipeline of agents. But let's go back here to the promo agent. This is where after we've done a video, we've got content, we go and promo it, right? Let me go to a past, right? So not only that, we get content, right? We take one long form content. Now we've got content. This is YouTube. We've got content for reels. We can shoot these reels, right? Generated from that piece of content. We've got captions for each platform, X, TikTok, Shorts, Medium, right? Medium's a big, massive platform. LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn content, articles, right? LinkedIn, right? X, Twitter, as we know, feeds, article content, Facebook. Substack, right? It creates content from one form of content. We can go and post it, right? So marketing, right? Like I said, right? And I was going into content creation, which we were saying, right? Content creation problems, editing videos take too long, repurposing content manually, no YouTube descriptions, no thumbnail descriptions, no captions, no blogs, no LinkedIn posts, no email newsletters, writer's block, right? This is everything that we just showed you also in there, because this agent does all that, right? It writes email as well, right? So how problems that AI agents can solve, right? Customer support, right? Another area, let's come back to that. Customer support. What problems do people solve in customer support? Missed phone calls, slow response times, the ability to answer questions, 24-hour support, customer complaints getting lost, poor ticket prioritization, negative reviews go unanswered, difficult onboarding, customers leaving without feedback, right? So we went into this agent. Let's go back in here, right? We've got numerous, a review agent, right? We've got all these agents that can solve those problems. But let's go back into speed to leads, the auto dialer, right? For inbound, right? When a call comes, within 30 seconds, a call's received. It's handled, right? Within 30 seconds. Customer support, is handled, right? We've got calling agents. They handle the stuff in a very short period of time, right? Now, let's see what other problems in the area of finance. In the area of finance, I just want to show you the amount of problems that can be solved in business with AI agents. Unpaid invoices, manual expenses categorized, cash flow forecasting, financial reporting, budgeting, subscription tracking, subscription. I've got like a whole heap of subscriptions, right? Profit margin analysis, because I showed you the app. Identifying unnecessary spending, revenue forecasting, pricing analysis, right? These are all different agents that can be solved, right? Let's go to the area of HR. HR is another big area where problems can be solved. Let's look at HR. CV screening, interview scheduling, employment onboarding, writing job descriptions, training documentation, performance reviews, employee surveys, right? All this can be done, literally. Recruitment outreach, right? Let's go to the area of operational management and efficiency. SOPs aren't followed up. Tasks fall behind through the cracks, no visibility, right? Let's go into our visibility, right? Our COO knows everything what's actually happening. This is how we're tracking that. This is how we're tracking the agents. So this is how we're monitoring stuff. So we have visibility. Manual reporting, duplicate work, slow approvals, resource planning, right? Even in the area of research problems in a business. Competitive research takes hours. Industry news isn't monitored. Marketing trends are missed. Customer research is inconsistent, right? So these are all different problems that AI agents can solve. I got 99 problems, but AI agent ain't one, right? Let's look at high value AI agents, right? Like I said, AI receptionist, like what I showed you. Problem number one, all businesses, if they have missed calls, right, they lose customers. That's solved. The solution, answering calls 24/7 with our AI agent. A sales department, development rep, reaching out, the same thing, right? A SRD, reaching out to clients. Sales problems, wasting time, prospective for hours. AIs can do that. Solution, research competence, find contacts, personalized art. We've got outreach agents that can do that, right? AI marketing, inconsistent marketing, no schedule, no strategy, right? This is so key, right? And something to coordinate everything. A chief operating officer. A chief operating officer coordinates the whole element of everything. So let's look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is some of the biggest problems for businesses is not the lack of ideas, is that they spend too much time on repetitive, low-value tasks. Business owners and employees get stuck on answering emails. AI can do. Chasing invoices. AI can do. Scheduling meetings. Updating CRMs. Writing reports. Writing, researching prospects. Following up leads. Creating repetitive content. Summarizing meetings. Searching for information. These tasks are unnecessary, right? And can be done with AI. And AI agents are most valuable when they take ownership of repetitive, low energy or unproductive tasks. So people can focus on building relationships, closing deals, developing strategy, solving complex problems, creating new products, leading teams, innovating. And that's why I believe, right? Let's go back to our monitor of agents. The future of work isn't about replacing people. It's about giving every business a digital army of agents, right, that can handle the routine processes and operations while humans connect and work on much deeper value tasks that create higher value. So this is the age that we are living in. Now, let me just code outreach. I want to show you some of our systems that we're building. So actually we're working on this for cold outreach, right? So this is what helps you understand and build your every step of the campaign of cold email. So in that saying, right, here we've got the sales process. What you need to do is your domains, create your inboxes, your SPF records, configure your KDIM records, configure your DMARC records, add customer tracking, your deliverability, all your system with agents, right? This is one of our latest innovations for like agents, right? Cold email infrastructure, your deliverability, right? How you're delivering email, your leads pipeline, right? Your copywriting, we have copyright agents, your campaigns, what you set up, the analytics, analyzing your cold email, automation, and your SOPs, right? So this just shows you, right? Before you have to be, what's that email platform? Spend hours, right? But we have integrated agents doing the work right now, right before you. Our content machine, right? Developing content. Agents can develop content now, which is growing at a rapid speed, right? We're optimizing this. Even our social messaging, we're optimizing this where we can send out a social messaging, liaising with staff, on people on different platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, right? We're communicating. All these agents are doing it. This is the future of work. And then you can literally connect your CRM, right? So I wanted to show you how we're scheduling and building an army of AI agents which can work together and efficiently operate your company, right? And even when I go to Taskboard here, we're gonna literally have AI list key aspects what a chief operation officer would do, right? And then we're gonna designate them. These are some stuff which I believe AI Agents has actually scheduled this. Actually, this is Claude Bot. This is very interesting. Identify and reach free potential output. So we sometimes we use in addition Claude Cowork, Claude Bot, or Hermes to go in the platform, liaise with the agents and the CRO, and get stuff executed. Right? And then we have an area of how we delegate it. A delegation task. First to do, schedule, delegate, or delete, right? Here we're using Claude Bot, right? And also we use Hermes to do that stuff as well. So this is the future of work. I want to thank you, all of you who have been on this journey so far, as you see, and hopefully our coding platform's coming back, so you will see us coding and working on our changes. But until the next stream, over. Peace out.